What's up you guys, my name is ThePrenti and welcome back to another video. Yes, that is right. That is the second week in a row I've actually uploaded. I know I was planning to upload on Monday and today's probably currently Thursday by the time I edit this. It's Wednesday just now. By the time I get around to editing and stuff, it'll probably be Thursday by the time it goes up. But I actually managed to do it. So today's video is obviously going to talk about the challenge videos with Jen. What happened with them, why there isn't any anymore, and just talk a few things about that and kind of how I can maybe bring it back, but maybe not bring it back. I don't know. It's a complex thing that I'll talk about in a minute. But before we do, I just kind of want to talk about a bit about my MS. I said last time, obviously, I'd talk about it in this video because it wasn't for the challenge video. It was more for a bit of a quick explanation, and it kind of summarizes why I didn't upload for 6 months. Basically, last year when I got diagnosed with MS, I kind of uploaded a video to say I've got MS, this is how I'm dealing with it, and I was like really cheesy-faced about it. But that was just me being kind of cheesy for the camera because mentally I hadn't actually processed it yet. I know I seemed like I had and I was posting about it and being, you know, I'm dealing with it, all this sort of stuff, but I think I was dealing with it, or thinking I was dealing with it, because I hadn't actually accepted it myself yet. I hadn't accepted that I had MS, and until I got to that stage, there was nothing really I could do. I got to that stage of actually accepting it just after Christmas, beginning of January, when I uploaded my last video. Which makes sense now if you think about it. That's when I accept, you know what, I've got MS, I need to work on this and see what I can do to improve myself and help it. Around the same time I stopped uploading. That's because when I did finally accept it, it kind of sent me into like a downward spiral mentally of not really wanting to do anything. I was a bore to be around. For some reason Meg's still put up with me. That's probably because she's marrying me. But it was just really weird. I hadn't fully accepted it, and around the same times when I actually started growing my beard as well, it got not massively long because I did get it trimmed when I went to get a haircut and stuff, but it got out of control and looked very shabby and very homeless. So in those 6 months, obviously I was working on pulling myself out of that spiral, trying to concentrate all my energy and effort into, you know, my relationship with Megs and trying to make myself better. And that's kind of where my focus and my main priority was, to improve my life and our life. So that's obviously why I didn't put any effort or didn't feel any motivation into making videos. I kind of just wanted to improve my life first before I then started obviously making content again. So obviously, as you can tell, when I shaved it off, I think that's when I got to the stage where I know I've fully accepted I've got MS, I'm fully going to be able to deal with it. That's what I'm going to be able to do going forward, and obviously keep my quality of life the way I'm happy with. So that's why I didn't upload, that's why I'm back uploading. Now, the reason you're probably here, challenge videos versus Jen. If you guys have no idea what they are, I'm going to throw a quick montage on screen so you can see some of the escapades that we got up to.
Yo, here we go again. I find myself in the same fucking position. I gotta let go of this one. The fork in the road, that place we all hate. Go left or right, I think it's right that I skate. I've been standing on thin ice for days, it's gonna break. I mean if I stay, cause your shit ain't the same. You screaming and crying, we arguing all the time. These reasons ain't hard to find, and that's what I call a sign. Let's pack it all in, I'm thinking we qualified. It's time to say goodbye, adios, au revoir. My life on pause, no wonder I'm distraught. All those red flags, shit, I guess I never caught them. And I ain't trying to place the blame and go and say all you women are insane. I'm just saying. It's like I need to find an exit. If she anything like my last ex, I need protection. Fuck, I need a weapon. Fuck, I need a tank. The army okay to cops. Will somebody call a reverend to read my last rites? Go and get my last confession. Cause we just in the same damn mess how we left it. 6 million ways to die. So I don't know if I'ma make it alive. I said 6 million ways to die. I'm pretty sure this crazy bitch figured all of them out. I'm just saying. Around we go, around we go.
So obviously that was just a quick snippet. If you're not new around here and you've been around for like a long time, you'll know a lot of those challenges. I will leave like links to playlists in the description if you want to check any of them out in case you haven't seen any. But essentially, Jed was one of my best friends growing up, and we did lots of things together. We went to the same college as well, and that's kind of where this started. So I kind of need to touch on how and why it started, and that kind of explains the reason why and how it stopped. Now, there is two answers to it. There's a long answer and a short answer. So I'm going to explain kind of the long answer first, but obviously to do that, you need to understand where it started. Before we get started, I want to explain there's no bad blood between myself and Jed. He has streamed a wee bit recently. I'll leave a link to his Twitch channel in the description if you want to go check him out. So that kind of brings on where it started. Essentially, it was back when Jed and I were both at college. I was obviously doing these videos, I was making cocktails, I was doing challenges, and one day I was asked Jed if he wants to do a bit of a challenge against me. I think it was the Strawpedo challenge. I was like, right, I'm going to do a Strawpedo challenge, and then let's see if you can beat my time, just for fun, and we'll just put you on the video as well. And he's like, yeah, I'm up for that. He was sort of doing his own videos, or starting to do his own rap videos as well at the time, so I thought, you know what, great promotion for Jed as well. You guys can go check him out if you enjoy him in the video and that sort of stuff. And everyone seemed to love him, and they loved to see him do challenges against me. It kind of spiraled from the comments in the video, being like, you should do more challenges with Jed, do more challenges with Jed. So we sat down, brainstormed, we thought, okay, here's 10 challenges we can do. We can do it as a challenge series, me v you, and see who can win the most, and then the winner at the end gets like crowned like a prize, or we didn't even get a prize, but it was just like crowned the champion of challenges and that sort of thing. So it's quite cool, it was really enjoyable. We did the first season, or the first series, we did the first 10 episodes, I want to say in about 6 months, without looking back at it to see how long it was. I think it was at 6 months. It did one almost every week, and if it wasn't every week, it was every 2 weeks. That was incredible, people loved it. Then we got into season 2. Season 2 is where it kind of went a wee bit downhill, because we were struggling for ideas. Things that I wanted to do as challenges with Jed, I'd maybe already done as challenges by myself, and I didn't feel, or we both didn't feel, as if we should revisit challenges. I didn't want to regurgitate content, and we kind of didn't want to go back and do challenges we've already done again, because not much would really change. And again, we want to make them fun and interesting and different, and challenges that people aren't really doing. That's why people watch them. So that was a bit of a struggle. And then season 3 as well, we incorporated Lyle to try and make it a bit more entertaining as well, to have the dynamic of the three of us, because we kind of revisit a few challenges. Like, there's only so many times you can do different versions of beer pong, or different versions of shot roulette, that sort of thing. So that's why we added Lyle into the 3rd season, to try and throw things up a bit. Now, throughout this whole time going along for the challenges, I was living at home. I had a lot of expendable income, because I was paying my mum, I think like £150 a month, or like £200 a month, and the rest of my wages I literally had money to spend on bottles of alcohol to make cocktails with. Random shit. I probably spent about 3 grand in, no, not 3 grand, 2 grand in total on tarpaulins, or like alcohol for challenges, or just loads of stupid stuff, because again, I was living at home and I had that expendable income to be able to spaff up the wall, which, looking back at now, I kind of regret. I should have thought more about the future and that sort of stuff, but that's what your teenage years are for. So as I mentioned, I was living at home. Now, obviously I was working after college. I didn't then go into more education, neither did Jed. We both went and got jobs. As I say, I was still living at home, spaffed a lot of the wall. Now, I think between season 2 and season 3 is when Jed moved out of his mum's, because she lived in the countryside near me, and his internet was shit, his routes to work and routes to town and everything else was shit. So he moved to Dundee between season 2 and season 3, which again was another reason that we kind of added Lyle, because Lyle was living in Dundee, because he was studying there as well. So it was kind of, I went through to Dundee, I picked up Jed, I picked up Lyle, I brought them back, but it's kind of difficult then to do alcohol themed challenges when they were my like reliant on getting there. So before, Jed could just walk home into his mum's or to his dad's, to his grand's, whatever. But when it came, obviously in the later seasons, when I had to bring them from Dundee, it was really difficult to, you know, be able to justify, like, well, we need to do this drinking challenge, but I need to bring you here, and we're gonna have to do it at night, or something. You're gonna have to stay over, because, you know, I can't then do the challenge if I can't take you back to Dundee, or back to here, or back into town even, so you can get a bus or whatever, because my mum lived like a mile outside of town. So it was very difficult to sort of organise that sort of thing. So that's kind of one factor. The other factor is as well, is I was actually looking as well to move out. So in order to move out, I didn't want to rent. I'm in the mindset, which is a luxurious, which is a kind of privileged mindset to be in, is that I don't want to rent because it's a waste of money. I don't want to pay someone else's mortgage. I was in the fortunate enough situation that I did been given some money that I was able to buy my own place, and I was looking at where I could buy. So then again, that money that I was spaffing up the wall for challenge videos or buying random things, I was more trying to save even more so I could get a better place. It's the flat that I bought just now. And kind of our priorities as well throughout the series as we got older and grew and kind of changed and developed. Like, we were no longer just want to get drunk and have some fun. It was kind of like, you know, we want to find our purpose in life, we want to find what we want to do for a job, relationships, that sort of thing. So it was very difficult. And then like, I bought this place, Lyle was supposed to move in, and then that whole thing happened with that, which I regret uploading the video that I did. I did it based off raw emotion, as well as pressure from an ex-girlfriend, who kind of not forced my hand, but we discussed it. I was kind of angry, full of, as I say, raw emotion, and I kind of just uploaded the video kind of in rage, and I should have thought about it, the retrospect and the consequences of my actions for uploading that video, which if I obviously could take back, I would go back in time and not upload it, but I can't. That what's been done is done. And that kind of not added a wedge, but it caused a bit of friction between myself and Jed, because obviously Jed was still friends with Lyle. I was pissed off, you know, he'd stayed here for 2 months, he didn't pay me any rent, and then just moved out without telling me. So yeah, it kind of, I'd say, it kind of put a wee bit of a wedge, because I wanted to obviously continue to be friends with Jed. I wanted to obviously make more challenge videos. I was in Dundee now. I lived about a 5-minute walk from where he was. It was perfect. We could do more challenges. As I say, I had my own place as well. So I had one of the whole rooms set up as a studio so we could record the videos in there and do the challenges in there. Now we did do a few here and there, but it just didn't feel as organic or as natural as it had done. To me anyway, I don't know about Jed. So it kind of just like fizzled out as well. Obviously with relationships as well, with my ex, as I mentioned, you know, she stayed about 50 minutes away. So if I wasn't over where at hers, then she was here, and it kind of added a bit of difficulty for times as well as my job and stuff. And I kind of just prioritized doing stuff by myself over stuff with Jed. I kind of not shut him out. Like, I did reach out now and again to do, you know, do you want to hang out, blah, 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 but not as much as I really should have. He was going through a difficult time as well, and I kind of feel bad that I didn't reach out to be like, yo, if you want to come over and hang out, go for it, because I spent every minute I had free with my ex. If you've watched some old videos, you probably know who I'm talking about. But as I mentioned, kind of growing older and growing out, I kind of not forcefully pushed him out, but kind of accidentally kind of pushed him away from doing the challenge videos. I kind of guess it's my fault is why I feel as if it's my fault. I don't know from Jed's perspective. I haven't asked him about it. I might, in retrospect, ask him now about it. I'm probably going to send him this video as well before I upload it, just for him to see if he's okay with it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was kind of acting like an asshole, essentially, is what stopped the challenge videos. So that is the short answer. The short answer is I was an asshole and kind of pushed him out to stop doing the challenge videos and think selfishly. But as I've just mentioned, the long answer is everything that I've just said. Which begs the question is, would I love there to be challenge videos against Jed in the future? Yes, of course I would. I think it would be incredible for us to bring the challenges back. Obviously, we'd have to think more about how we could do them. Obviously, before, when I was at home, my mum had a nice big garden, nice big area access in the back garden, with a basketball hoop, we could do basketball challenges, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, I now live in a 3-bedroom flat. I don't really have that outdoor space. It's a flat. But I've got the space indoors that we could do indoor challenges or something along those lines. So yeah, I would love for him to do challenges with me again. I don't know if there will be any more. If you guys want to try, feel free to tweet at him saying you should make more challenge videos with Alex, with ThePrenti. But I think that chapter in my life is closed. So yeah, I kind of really wanted to explain this for a while, because I do get comments now and again saying, where's the challenges with Jed? Where's Jed? You know, we used to love watching you do videos with Jed. Even so, actually researching the clips for this video itself, I went back and watched loads of old videos, like all the rap videos I helped film for Jed, like that one that we recorded at St Andrews Beach when I did the backflip, Freestyle for Freedom, when I pretended to kidnap him and put him in my garage and tie him up, and he had to get 1,000 subs in 4 weeks. Or I go from like 800 to 1,000 subs in 4 weeks, otherwise he doesn't get to leave and stuff. Like, all that stuff was a lot of fun, but now I'm just kind of rambling and waffling. That's going to pretty much wrap up today's video, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and hopefully you've learned something, a bit of insight into what actually happened with the challenge videos with Jeds. If you have any suggestions for challenge videos, I'd love to know what they are in the comment section down below, especially if you have any maybe challenges that Jed and I could do together if we do end up doing challenges in the future. As I say, let me know what they are in the comment section down below. If you want to check any of my social media out, guys, links to them will be in the description. As I mentioned as well, Jed's recently started streaming now and again on Twitch. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. On that, guys, so until next time, I've been ThePrenti, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm about to blow, taking bombs, know it's on with the challenge and balance out the shots. What you got, spew mountains. So say hi in a ride, getting fly with the ThePrenti.